Welcome to BYK Expert Lecture Series 2021. I myself, Paresh Sangvitkar, BYK College of Commerce, Nasik. Today, we are going to learn about the second unit, capital raising. What is capital? The amount which is distributed by the proprietor or the investor in the company, it is called the capital. Whenever companies start a new business, they require the capital. Today, we are discuss about that. In this unit, it includes the three chapters. Chapter number 3, issue of shares. Chapter number 4, issue of debentures. And chapter number 5, deposits. This unit carries 24 marks and marks with option 35. It means that unit carries near about 50% of total marks. So that's why the students have to concentrate on that particular unit more and more. In this chapter, some contents for self-study which are not to be evaluated. No question will be asked on that particular topic. In this topic, 3.1, classification of share capital, 3.4.2, procedure of allotment of shares, 3.6, call on shares, 3.7, forfeiture of shares, 3.8, surrender of shares. On that particular content is declared as a self-study. So no question will be asked on that particular content. Let's discuss the chapter number 3, issue of shares. There are some bullet points which are the importance for the board examination. Some question will be asked on that particular things, contents, methods of issue of share capital, provisions, conditions for allotment of shares, share certificate and its content, transfer of shares, transmission of shares, and distinction. Let's start with the methods of issue of shares. Whenever company are newly introduced in the market, they require the capital. So they have to use first, or they have to select some procedure from where we have to collect the money from the public. Basically, there are two types of methods, price methods and public offer methods. So first, we have to discuss about the price method, fixed price issue methods, and book building methods. Initially, public offer and further public offer. These all methods, they will ask for the terms also, short note also, maybe for the justification of a justify of statement. So this concept, this portion, you should concentrate more and more. Let's discuss one by one. First one, a fixed price method. Under this method, the company has to issue a prospectus and it contains the detailed price at which the shares are offered and the total number of shares offered by the company. Whenever company issue the prospectus, all the informations they have written in that particular things. What is mean by that? The company issue the prospectus and the price should be mentioned. For example, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 150 rupees. The price is fixed. so that it is very easy for the person to invest their money into that particular company. The company understands the demand for its share only after the subscription period end. What is subscription? Actual application received from the public. When it will be? It will be confirmed when all applications received towards the company. The company can issue its shares at par or at premium. What is at par? The issue price and face value, if it is same, it is called at par. Whenever the issue price is more than face value, it is called at premium. So this method is used for all types of issues, that is public issue, right issue, or employee stock option scheme. It is depend upon the company's decision which method they have to follow. This is called the fixed price method. Second, book building method. The securities can be issued fixed price or through the book building process. What is book building? Book building is a process of raising funds from investor whereby investor have to quote the number of securities and the price at which they want to acquire the securities. It means that under this method, the issue price is determined by a bidding process. The investors are given a price band and are asked to bid at a price within a band. The company issued a red herring prospectus. It contained only the price band and the total size of issue. It also the price of the share is not known in advance. Only minimum price and maximum price at which the company is willing to sell the share is known in advance. For example, the minimum price is given 250, the maximum price is given 500. The person who want to purchase the share, they have to bid between that particular things. For example, if I want that particular shares of rupees 400, I am bidding 400 and also I am bidding the number of shares. Suppose I want 100 shares. So I am giving the price 400 rupees and also how many shares I require or purchase. This is called the book building process. This process, the price band include two prices, floor price and cap price. The floor price is the lowest price of band. Just we have seen that 250 is the lowest price. Cap price is the highest price of band. For example, 500 rupees. The investor can quote any number of shares which they are willing to buy at any price within the price band. The price band, it means that which start from 250 and ends with 500. It is a willingness of the investor to bid a price. This is very important. The Bidding is kept open for 5 days only. They have given in the instructions that the bid will start from this day to this day. For example, today is the 2nd of Feb 2021. So if they will start from 2nd to 4th of Feb, 2nd to 4th of Feb, it is the bidding. So if those person who want to invest their money into that particular share in the book building method, they have to bid their price as well as number of shares. So which question is arising and what types? They may be asked in terms fixed price issue method, book building method. They may be asked for a distinguish between fixed price method and book building method. In some cases, for question number answer in brief, what is the fixed price method? What is the book building method? So whatever you have a material, you should use that material to explain in the terms distinguish, answer in brief, or maybe the justify the statement. In my opinion, if you concentrate on distinguish, it is very easy to write down in all format of that particular information, whether it is terms, whether it is a question will be asked in answer in brief, or maybe the justify the statement. If you know the distinguish between the two concept, it is very easy to explain this point easily. Next, a method of public issue. First one, initial public offer, we can say that IPO. IPO refers to an offer of an securities by an unlisted public company to the public for the first time. Whenever company started or established, and if they want to collect the money from the public, always they will issue the IPO, initial public offer. Whenever the business will be start, every company required the finance to purchase a fixed asset. It requires to raise a long-term finance in the form of shares. What is meant by IPO? When a newly incorporated company offers its shares for sale to general public for the very first time, it is called IPO, initial public offer. It is usually issued by an existing company which wants to raise capital from the public for the first time. The company has to get itself listed for the first time before issuing IPO. While making IPO, company has follow the guidelines of SEBI to protect the investors from the fraudulent companies. If this question they will ask for a short note or answer in brief, maybe for terms, so students have to explain as per the question. This is very easy to explain the IPO. What are the position of a company or status of a company before IPO, after IPO? Before IPO, because it is the first time introduced by the company in front of the public, the company is unlisted. After IPO, company become a listed of a company. Before IPO, shares are privately purchased and sold, and after IPO, shares can be easily purchased or sold in open market. A company can make IPO through fixed price issue method or book building method. They have to take a decision which method will be beneficial for the company. Second, further public issue or follow on public issue. FPO means an offer of securities by a listed public company to the public to raise subsequent capital. When company issue the shares to the public after an IPO, it is called a further public issue or fall on public issue. It is issued by a listed public company, because after IPO company will be listed company. FPO is always done after IPO. FPO is the second or subsequent sale of shares to the public. Company making an FPO is already listed company. So FPO helps to increase in the subscribed capital of the company. Offering shares to the existing equity shareholders. First one directly for the public, and second part offering shares to existing equity shareholders. So these shares are or offers are always for the existing equity shareholders. There are two types: right issue and bonus shares. What is right issue? The issue which are offered to the existing equity shareholders is called a right issue. What is bonus shares? The bonus shares are issued to the existing shareholders on free of cost. It is called the bonus shares. Let's see one by one. When company want to raise the capital, it can issue the shares to the existing equity shareholder in proportion to their existing shareholding, such as an issue of share is called right issue. Suppose one of the person has 100 shares. So as per that portion, the company issue the these shares. It is called right issue. This is most important in that it is only given to the existing equity shareholders. Whenever company makes a new issue or further issue of shares, the existing equity shareholder have preemptive right, that is first right to subscribe the new shares offered by the company. Whenever the second time, whenever the company want to issue the first criteria, first right given to the existing shareholder, it is called the right issue. The shareholder have to pay or these shares as an application money. The company has to obtain minimum subscription. If the company fails to receive minimum subscription, it has to be refunded to entire application money which was received from the public. This is called the right issue. Some provisions of right issue. The right issue are sold to the existing equity shareholders at a price which is less than its market price. Why it is? Because it is given to the owner. So that's why the price is definitely less than the market price. A company has to send letter of offer to the equity existing equity shareholders. It is not a compulsion. Those who have ready to purchase, then the company has to send the letter of offer. The letter of offer includes the number of share offered, the period of offer, the right to announce, means shareholder have a right to give up their share in favor of any other person. This all rules must be followed by the company. Letter of offer can be sent to by registered post, speed post, courier, or through electronic mode. Nowadays, most of the things it should be sent by the electronic mode only. If a shareholder does not respond to the right issue within a stipulated time, it means that he is not interested in the offer, and the company can offer the unsold share persons or investors. So I have told already, it is not a compulsion that if we have offered, you should take it. No, there is no need, there is no compulsion on the investor or the shareholder to purchase these shares again. Then, which is the most important for again for the 12th paper, definitely one question is arising on share certificate or its content. What is share certificate? It is a registered document issued by a company under its common seal. It is an evidence of ownership of specific number of shares of the company. It is a prima facie evidence of the title of shares signed by at least two directors and a company secretary or any other authorized person. It is issued for the partly as well as fully paid up shares. It is called a share certificate. Share certificate is one of the important document of title of ownership. If you have a share certificate, then you will be the owner of the company if your name is mentioned on that particular certificate. When it will be issued? First, within 2 months from the date of incorporation. To whom it will be issued? To subscriber of the memorandum of association. Second condition, within 2 months from the date of allotment. To whom? To the allottee in case of allotment of shares. And the last, within 1 month from the date of receipt of instrument of transfer or intimation of transfer. To whom? To the transferee in case of transfer of shares, and to the legal representative in case of transmission of shares. This information is important for the objective type of questions. Then most of the time this question will be asked in a board question, in board paper, content of share certificate. So whenever this question will be asked, it will be written perfectly. If you will return perfectly, definitely you will get a out of mark in that particular section. Name of the company, CIN number, registered office address, then folio number, share certificate number, name of the member, nature of the share, number of shares and destination number, and also amount paid on shares. So this is very important information about the content. Last one, common seal, if any, and signature of the board of directors. Next, transfer of shares. What is transfer of shares? Transfer of shares means voluntary transfer of shares by a member of a company in favor of other person. It means that this is the feature of the public company, that public company shares are freely transferable. So that's why most of the persons are ready to invest their money into the company because of that features. What are the rules? Every member has a right to transfer their shares. I have told already, it is freely transferable. So that's why most of the persons are invest their money into the company. Shares of the public company are freely transferable. There is no restrictions on that particular, but shares of a private company are not freely transferable. They have to take the permission of a board of directors before transfer the shares. The members who transfer the shares is called transferor. The person whose favor shares are transferred is called a transferee. A member can apply by filing a instrument of transfer along with original share certificate and required transfer fees for transferring the shares. Transfer is completed only when transfer is registered in the register of members. This is most important part. Most of the things we will use that statement for true or false or maybe the objective questions. So this is called the transfer of shares. This is very important. Next, transmission of shares. The shares which are transferred to their legal heirs, it is called the transmission of shares. The transfer of ownership of shares to the legal heir due to the operation of law is called transmission of shares. It is done when the member dies or become insolvent or insane. The transmission of shares is compulsory act. Transfer of shares is voluntary act. Transmission of share is a compulsory act. Some questions I have given under line the words and rewrite the following sentences. How the paper setter will take the sentences from this topic. Under dash dash method, the price of share is fixed through bidding process. If the price is fixed, definitely it is called a fixed price issue method. Dash dash refers to offering the shares to the public for the first time. Bonus shares are offered to the existing employee of a company. What is this? So whatever the underline the words, you should correct it and write a perfect one. For example, bonus shares are offered to existing shareholders of the company. Under which method the price of the share is fixed through bidding price? Which method is there? There is a book building method. IPO refers to offering shares to the public for the first time, and if it is FPO, it is a second time. The company enter into an underwriter agreement with underwriters, not a shareholders. Okay, this type of question they will ask for the in the objective type question. Some important distinguish in this particular topic. There are four distinguish are there: initial public offer and further public offer, fixed price issue method and book building method, right shares and bonus shares, transfer of shares and transmission of shares. In my opinion, if you learn that distinguish perfectly, then you can use that point anywhere, whether it will be asked for the short answer question, maybe for the statement, maybe for the terms, or maybe for the justify the questions. You should elaborate and you should use that information everywhere. So concentrate on the distinguish. Some important questions for that topic: state the content of share certificate, what is transfer of shares, explain the ESOS employee stock option scheme, state the provisions related to bonus shares, and what is book building method. This is some important questions for the board examination. Some important justify the statements. A member of a public company can transfer the shares. Yes, I have told already, whatever the justify statement, it is always true. You just give the reason why the particular statements are true. Company has to fulfill certain provision while making the right issue. Definitely correct. Without provisions, the company cannot issue the right issue. Bonus shares are issued to existing equity shareholder on free of cost. Definitely the bonus shares are giving to issue to the existing shareholders on free of cost. Fixed price method can be used for any issue. Fixed price method can be issue for any issue, maybe for IPO, maybe for FPO. Then long questions, explain the methods a company can use, make its public offer shares. They may be asked for a long question, so you should elaborate all the points. explain briefly the different types of shares offered by a company to its existing equity shareholders. Again, you have to explain in briefly, if because it will give you a 8 marks. Thank you very much. In the next